All right, I think this is live. Let me make sure it's going. Okay, I'm live. I have access to the chat in case anybody stumbles upon this. I hope I'm not overlapping with anybody else's live chat or anything, and now my computer fan kicks in. It's going to be loud and obnoxious, but such is life sometimes. I'm back and I'm tired. You can probably tell by the bags under my eyes. I know the lighting kind of sucks and the video quality isn't going to be that great, but I only had time to do a quick little live chat / check-in to say that I survived my exam and it's October, so therefore I'm drinking Samuel Adams Oktoberfest, the hometown brew, because I'm back in Massachusetts in the greater Boston area. Oh, mazel tov. I survived my exam, I passed. It was a whirlwind journey. I wrote 15 pages in 48 hours. I received the question, which of course was the harder of the 3 questions we developed. But I received the question at 9:33 in the morning last Saturday, and I turned it in by 9:30 in the morning Monday. So that was exhausting. But I had the oral defense on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night, a good friend of mine here at the university, she treated me to a concert. I saw a great Mexican kind of rock band called Cafe Tacuba, and it's Cafe, C-A-F-E, the accent mark over the E. Tacuba, T-A-C-U-B-A, but they spell, instead of the U, they use a V. And so apparently they've been around for a while. If you're Latin American, you've probably heard of them. My husband heard of them and was familiar with some of their songs, but I had never heard of them. But it was a great concert. It was kind of a shame, though, that I was so exhausted and that I'm almost 30. And there's a difference between going to a concert when you're like 19 or 20 versus when you're almost 30 and you just finished an epic exam and you're exhausted. So I didn't get as much dancing as I would like to get done. But anyhow, I was exhausted, but I enjoyed myself. I had a great time. The concert was at the Boston House of Blues concert hall or venue, which was gorgeous inside. Really amazing venue for like very intimate kind of concerts. It's not a huge arena, and it's standing room only, but it's a really great venue for concerts. If anybody out there is familiar with the House of Blues up here in Boston. And then on Wednesday last week, I was on a plane to go visit my husband in Georgia. So I just got back last night. And I've been grading student papers all day, and I just finished them and got their papers back to them this afternoon, so I'm just exhausted. But I figured I would get back on here and show you guys that yes, I'm still alive. I promised I'd be back in October. Oktoberfest. And I wanted to show you some of the little witchy things that I got myself to congratulate myself and, you know, celebrate my completion of this first exam. I still have 2 more to go. And the next one I'm not very excited or happy about. But where there's a will, there's a way. Anyhow, so when I was down in Georgia, it just happened to be the local Pagan Pride Festival that weekend, last Saturday, October 7th. So I've never been to a Pagan Pride Festival before, and I'm pagan, so I figured I should go. And so my husband and I went. It was very small. It was a very quaint kind of Pagan Pride event. Like basically in the college town where my husband lives, down there. They just shut down one of the streets downtown, and there's about 7 or 8 vendors selling witchy things, from like sage bundles to crystals to homemade wands and Reiki wands and oils and jewelry, like all that kind of fun stuff. And then there's a couple of tarot card readers. There's someone also selling like handmade rune sets and all that kind of fun stuff. So I went there on a mission to get crystals, and I got 3 gorgeous pieces. They are kind of classic universal crystals in the sense that everybody has these, but that doesn't mean that they're not powerful, and I was just attracted to them and drawn to them. So here we go. Let me see. Yay, Mandy of Merrimack. Yay, she says, I've been looking around for you. Welcome back. Thank you. I've been gone for a hot minute, but I'm back. I just had to take care of that exam. Yay, thank you for your comment. Okay, so crystal number 1 that I got is amethyst, because I'm always drawn to amethyst. My husband, I was reaching for this one, and he's like, you always go for the amethyst, don't you? But look how gorgeous this piece is. I feel like it's masculine. When I picked him up, I just automatically started referring to him as a him. Not to be too gender binary, but yeah, it's a beautiful piece. I believe it's from Uruguay, and it's a good size. I got big ass hands, long fingers, so it's a good chunk. I believe I got this for like $10 or $12, which I thought was a fair deal. And I just love the color and just the energy of it. It wasn't the biggest piece of amethyst. It wasn't the most spectacular piece of amethyst that they had, but I knew it had to be my piece. You know, when a crystal calls to you, it calls to you. And so it has really good calming but directive vibes. All 3 of the pieces I'm going to show you, they kind of live on my desk, because I have a working desk altar going to help me through my academic work and my research and studying and stuff like that. So amethyst is a great crystal for studying, if you want nice peaceful vibes to help you concentrate and focus. And this guy, it's not only peaceful and helps me concentrate, it's very like directive. It kind of clears the fog of anxiety that I can sometimes have, and helps me kind of reach a very centered place where I can move forward with all the projects and things that I'm involved in. Some of which scare me a little bit, but sometimes you gotta dive in and get the job done, and this guy is helping me do that. So beautiful, beautiful sparkly amethyst. The next piece I got is just so powerful. I've been on the market for a larger chunk of just clear quartz. I would say of all the different types of crystals and crystal families, the quartz family is just, I dig it. It's just my jam. And I have a piece of clear quartz here with me on my altar, on my desk altar, but I wanted a bigger piece. I wanted something, again, with a more like directive, more focused kind of energy, a more masculine, I guess, kind of energy. And I found this guy. Oh, he has a little buddy attached in here. But this is a big, I mean for me, a big, chunky, fits really well in my palm, just right there, piece of clear quartz. And I just love it. I feel empowered and charged when I hold this. And that's exactly the vibe that I was looking for. So this guy, I don't normally name my crystals. It's just not a thing I do. But for some reason, this guy, he's just Gandalf. And I'm such a nerd. I mean, I'm not an epic Lord of the Rings nerd. Like, I've never read the Silmarillion in all the, extended writings of Tolkien and stuff, but I have read The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. The Lord of the Rings movies by Peter Jackson are my favorite movies. Anytime I feel stressed or I see a big project looming over me and then like the end of the semester or something epic, the extended edition of The Lord of the Rings playing background while I'm typing away, working on my papers. It's just, I have so many good The Lord of the Rings movies accompanying me through tough times. And Gandalf is Middle Earth universe. Gandalf is just, he's always been one of my favorite characters. He's that wise wizard who gets shit done archetype, and oh my god, this crystal is just, it's just Gandalf. So yes, clear quartz Gandalf. The Mystical Cottage in Tarot. Hello, thanks for stopping by. So the last crystal I got is something that I've been wanting for a long time. I've been wanting a spherical crystal, like crystal ball, but I've been looking at different crystal balls, like different materials. Clear quartz is just way too expensive. A lot of the crystal balls I've seen, at least in person and some online, are just out of my budget. I've looked at fluorite crystal balls, and I think I still might invest in one someday soon. But in the meantime, at this Pagan Pride Festival, I figured I should support one of the local vendors, and I saw this beautiful piece of selenite. Whoa! For what I thought was a pretty good price compared to some of the prices I've seen up here in Massachusetts, at least. And you just can't go wrong with selenite. I mean, just look how gorgeous this is. This one has a feminine energy to it. And it's just clearing and calming, and just the way the light is refracted off of it is just so bright and just makes me think of the moon and that powerful, steady, but changing energy of the moon, the cyclical nature of the moon, and the dependability in those cycles. It just, it makes me happy. So this beauty is my first crystal ball made of this beautiful polished selenite. And I think I got this for like 25 or 30 bucks. And again, my hands are pretty big, so this is a pretty, I got a big head too, so this is a pretty good size chunk of selenite. And it's just, it just makes my altar, my working desk, academic altar, feel more at home and more like a cleared, clean, energetically clean space for doing work. And the last thing that I got to treat myself for, and you know, to celebrate completing my exam, is the Rumi Oracle by Lana Fairchild. Now, I know this oracle has been out for a couple years, so copyright 2016, so it's been out for a while. It's by no means a new thing. I've been really getting into oracle decks. I think the last oracle deck I got was also an Alana Fairchild deck. It was the Mother Mary Oracle, which is just amazing. I use it to work with my dedications to Mother Mary, because she is one of the goddesses I work with. Not my main girl. My main goddess, or my matron, is Mama Creatrix, but Mother Mary is definitely up there, and I've just been fascinated by her and by all of her representations, and how so many different human minds in the last 2,000 years have written about her and understood her and imagined her and worked with her and prayed to her. She's just a beautiful, gentle, but also strong and steady divine feminine archetype for me. So I love the Mother Mary Oracle, and now the Rumi Oracle. I love that this Oracle deck is based on an actual person. A historical figure, a writer that I actually don't know that much about. I've heard of Rumi. I know that his poetry is very popular. It's very spiritual, but other than that, that's all I know. So I got this deck to learn more about him because I am interested in mysticism, Jewish mysticism, Catholic or Christian mysticism, and also Sufism or Islamic mysticism. I'm not a big fan of monotheistic religions, especially the 3 Abrahamic religions that I just kind of alluded to. But I see the mystic traditions that came out of those monotheistic traditions as the good side of those, Abrahamic monotheistic religions. Interesting stuff. Doesn't mean I agree with all of it, but very interesting stuff. Different or very interesting views into the human psyche, different viewpoints about spirituality and our relationship with divine and all that kind of fun stuff. So, Rumi. Overall, the artwork in this deck is just, this is the card I pulled for today called From Nothing to Everything. It's just to die for. I wish the lighting was better. The sun's going down, so unfortunately the lighting kind of sucks right now, but just look at this. Arise. You see the angelic figure showing up to give hope. It's just amazing. And I love that the artist is, he has a little blurb in the back of the book. His name is Rasuli. He actually grew up within Sufism as a practitioner of Sufism, which is really interesting. And he is also a translator of Rumi's poetry from the original Arabic or medieval Arabic. The artist Rasuli's book is advertised here. It's called Rumi Revealed, and it says, Rumi has been introduced to the Western world primarily as a poet, but the scope of his creative power and the range of his visions shine far beyond the literary genre of poetry. Rumi was often in an exalted state when he shared the revelations of his poetic expression. Rumi Revealed, mystic, artist, and author Rasuli, who is raised a Sufi, reveals the deeper essences of Rumi through direct translations and visionary interpretations of Rumi's ecstatic verses. So yeah, this is Rumi, from what I gather, from what little I know, Rumi was an ecstatic poet, a mystic poet within the tradition of Islam and Sufism, I guess the mystical branch of Islam. Much like the poet San Juan de la Cruz, or St. John of the Cross, if you're familiar with any of his poetry. It's ecstatic. It's very erotic. It talks about the relationship between the human and the divine in erotic terms, like the lover and the beloved kind of thing, which is just so fascinating to me. So yeah, so far, look at this card, Beyond Death, Life. It's just, the artwork is incredible. And for the description of the cards, each description in the guidebook starts with a fragment of one of Rumi's poems that was translated by the artist for the deck. So that brings a nice kind of cohesive quality to the deck that I like. So yeah, I'm really excited to continue to work with this deck. I've only had it since, I think it came in the mail Sunday, so it's Wednesday now. I've only had it for 4 days. But my plan is to try to do morning ritual meditation, like draw a card and read the description of the card in the guidebook, pick out whatever stands out to me, and use my mala beads to kind of create my own mantra for that day based on the card, based on the card's meaning, whatever stands out to me, whatever inspires me for that day. So that is my plan, because now that the craziness of this first exam is over, now that I've survived that, I have a little bit more time to prepare for the next two. A little bit more time. And I would really like to finally establish a morning meditative practice, even if it's just 15 or 20 minutes in the morning, finally using my mala beads. So yes, that is what I've treated myself to. I'm just gonna hold Gandalf while I finish this video. Let me see if any more action's going down in the chat. Welcome back and congrats. Oh, thank you, the Mystic Cottage and Tarot. Thank you for that. Congratulations. I hope the next two exams go as well. Yeah. So I treated myself to this oracle deck. I got myself some crystal babies that now accompany me in my work on my desk. And I've been reading this amazing book, In Search of Mary, the Woman and the Symbol, by Sally Kunin. Not really sure how to pronounce that. But I got this book on sale at a local bookshop. And I got it weeks ago, and I told myself, when you finish this first exam, then you're allowed to read it. So I am about this far in. I've read the first 3 chapters. And the author is just fabulous. She has an academic background, but you can tell in the depth of her research and how she compiles the book. But it's very accessible. It's not, overly academic to the point where it's just full of jargon, which I really like. And it's been really helping me to deepen my understanding of Mother Mary as an icon, as a spiritual figure, as a deity, as an archetype, and what so many different people throughout the centuries have, how they've worked with her and worshipped her and prayed to her and thanked her and critiqued what misogynistic men have said about her. So yeah, I highly recommend this book, and when I do finish it, hopefully by the end of the semester, I will be doing a review of this book, so be on the lookout for that. But In Search of Mary, great book so far. So unfortunately I have to go. Thanks to all you guys in the chat. There's a few of you. Oh, the beautiful, yeah, the Mystic Cottage and Tarot is saying that the sphere, the selenite ball, is gorgeous. It is very gorgeous, and when I saw the price and that the price was within my budget, I jumped on it. So yeah, but thank you guys. Thank you for the congrats. I'm back. I am planning to record and edit another video this weekend. I'm still deciding which video that's going to be. I have a couple bouncing around in my mind. So be on the lookout for that. Probably Sunday I'll get that out to the world. And yeah, happy October. I feel like every time I mention October, I need to take a drink of Oktoberfest. Oh, beer. But yeah, happy October. I know for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, this is just epic witchy month, and yeah, let's keep witching on. I am I'm hoping to squeeze in a trip to Salem before Samhain. I know this is the epic touristy time to go to Salem, but it's also the most beautiful time to go to Salem because fall or autumn is finally creeping in here up in Massachusetts, although it's still strangely kind of warm. But I want to go to Salem one last time because in, I think, January or early February, I'm moving back down to Georgia to be with my husband finally. So after that, I don't know if or when I'll ever get another chance to go to Salem. And I'm just a bus, a couple of metros, and a commuter rail ride away. So yeah, I want to take advantage of that. So if I do go to Salem, I will try to record that somehow. I don't know if I'll be able to make a video about it, but I'll definitely be taking lots of pictures, which I will probably post on my Facebook page, and the link is in the down bar to that. So yes, now I really have to go. I'm gonna go clean my kitchen and finish my beer and go to bed early tonight because I'm tired. So be on the lookout for my next video coming up this weekend, and I'm back. Yay! Okay, many blessings all. Bye.